Hello everybody, welcome to Crafter's Story. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Celeste and I'm really happy that you're here, and I also, before I start today's video, want to say thank you. We are just above 500 subscribers now, and that's really exciting to me, and I just wanted to say thank you for your support. It means a lot to me. I have fun doing these videos, and the fact that you guys are following me and coming back and watching and commenting, it means a lot, so thank you. And if you are new here and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to visit with you some more. So just hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell so that you're notified every time I put up a new video, which at the moment is roughly around twice a week. Thursday and Friday, I think, are the days that I've chosen lately. They tend to change with my schedule, but I wanted to just extend that thank you to you. Okay, so what I'm doing is I make my own washi tape. I love to buy washi tape. It always comes on this big roll. Excuse me. And I find that I don't know how to use such a big roll. I just use little pieces, little bits and pieces. And so I tend to make my own. This is what I made yesterday, this little strip here. There we go. I just made I think a 12-inch little strip. I also made this one, which I wasn't really thinking what I wanted. I just knew that I wanted something for this page because it was bare, it had nothing on it. And I think that those two work really, really nicely on this page. And then I made a third one, and I'm working on some embroidery patterns on paper, on card, and so this one here is one that I made with the other two. I just think it came out really nicely and complements this card beautifully. So I have this tiny little piece left, and I'm going to keep it because I'm sure I'll use it somewhere. So using them on greeting cards, using them on journal pages is one. And then if you ever at the dollar store and you pick up these little mini canvases, I'm working on this canvas right now just because and I thought, some little sort of washi tape piece like that on a canvas might be nice. You might want to use some of your homemade washi on a gift wrap or some art that you're doing, or maybe just decorate a tin to hold your pencils. There's so much you could do with your own washi tape. It's unique to you, it's custom to you, and so I want to share with you how I make it. It is so easy. I've done this video once before, I would say maybe a year ago, but maybe not quite, but close to a year ago. And what did I do with my tape? Sorry you guys, I'm not organized this morning. I put my tape away. That was silly. Okay, found it. Got it. So what you're going to need is some fabric surgical tape. It's something you can pick up pretty much at any pharmacy. I actually picked mine up at the dollar store. So anywhere that you can get your hands on some white paper surgical tape. It is sticky, but like washi tape, it doesn't have a lot of sticky, right? And which makes it a perfect alternative for making your own washi. So I have some already on some freezer paper here. Let me get another piece of freezer paper, and this piece is a bit big. Let me cut a piece off. Just like that. Now, the reason why I have some freezer paper here is because I'm going to place some of my paper tape down onto the freezer paper, and I'm going to take the end bit and just fold it over, because later on, just like you have a little tab there, because later on when you come back to this and you want to use it, you don't want to sit there and pick at the sides. I mean, you could, but it'd just be easier if you had the tab to pull this tape off to go ahead and use it somewhere else. And you could put it down on your paper without putting some extra glue down. Yeah, I don't do that. I have a glue issue. Any of you guys who have watched my previous videos, I put more glue down. I just want to make sure that what I'm putting on my pages, on my cards, and so forth, and I would do it with traditional washi tape too, because the glue on that is so subtle. I don't want to say weak, because I think it's designed to be weak, but it is subtle, and I always worry that it's going to come undone. Okay, so we've got a couple of pieces down here of the paper tape, and this thing's curling on me, so let me see if I can just tape it down. Where did my tape go? Here. Tape down a little bit onto my board. Now the paint that you're going to need to color your tape, I prefer to use watercolor. You honestly could use watered down acrylic paint. That would work, definitely. You could use markers, that would work as well. I tend to take my watercolors and then put some tape, put some markings, some pen markings and so forth on it afterwards. I'm looking for pretty bright colors. Let's see, this red, let's try some of this red, and I'm just going straight in there. Okay, that'll work. And because it's paper tape, it soaks up your watercolor really fast, really fast. And you may, if you want to layer, I'm going to get my other colors out here and see if I can darken this red just a little bit. It's going to make it a bit purple. Oh, what is that? I don't want that. Oh, no. Let's see if we can darken this red. Oh, it's a little purple, but you know what? I kind of like it. I like it. Now it's more of a mauve. There we go. That looks good. I like that. All right, let's see if we went for I think this is a blue. Maybe it's a green. I can't tell. Oh, blue. Okay, blue's good. I like blue. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of these guys colored. And then I've already got 3 that I colored earlier this morning. And they are just drying a little bit. They're pretty much dry because it's watercolor paint. It dries really fast, you guys. So where did I take color from? Oh, where did I take color? Oh, here? Short-term memory, guys. No, maybe I don't have one. Do not have short-term memory. Oh my goodness. Let's add a bit of purple in there because this is your washi tape. You can play around with the colors. You can mix colors. You can just do whatever your heart desires. I think this very, very bright orange is nice. Let's put some of that down. Okay, so now these guys can dry. And I think, as I've mentioned before, what I like about this is that it's unique, it's custom. I am so sorry, you guys. It's unique, it's custom, it's yours. Nobody else has got it because it's your colors, your design. And you don't need to make an entire 12-foot roll. You can just make a 1-foot piece or more if you like your design and you want to make more of it. Oh, look what happened there. I like that. How can I read? Give me 1 second. Wait, another brush. Right, let's try this brush. Let's see if we can recreate that. I think it was this color. Oh, look at that. Happy accident. All right, well, I'm just gonna... Do you see what I mean by this? Is all of a sudden, you've come up with your own design, and when you gift whatever you use this on, when you gift it to someone, they will not have seen it anywhere else. So that is really pretty. Okay, maybe we can do a should we see? All right, maybe I should leave it. I need to learn when to stop. Stop, Celeste, stop. Okay, so I'm going to leave this to dry, come back, and let's see what kind of doodles we can use on here. And I'm going to go and get a couple of different pens. Whoops. I'm going to get some of my Uniball gel pens. I also have some a Sharpie, both fine tip and a little chunkier tip. Tip. And then these gold markers are actually from the dollar store, and if I can just get my hands on this is what it looks like. It comes out a little bit of a muted gold, but you see it? Yeah, but not too bad. Oh, I just realized something I can do. Wait, I do actually have a little bit of gold, and these watercolor golds I actually picked up on Etsy, you guys. They are plant-based, and I think that could look really nice on this orange. So I will put a couple of dots on this orange because I think the orange and gold would look really nice. Okay, I'm going to finish this off and let it dry. So while I'm waiting for the paint to dry on this other one, and it looks like that gold is taking a little longer than the other watercolors to dry, I have this pre-painted set of 3 that I started on, and I thought maybe we could do a little bit of each of these together while we wait for that paint to dry. So I have this table mat. Can you see it? See, can you see there? Okay, and it has these wonderful little squares in it. So I've put down the stencil, I guess you could call it now. Took out my Uniball gel pen, my black one, and I started tracing off, and as you can see I went a little weird, or a little off. My spacing is a bit out because this thing moved, and that's fine. But you're just going to paint in some of your lines here, and then afterwards when I looked at it I thought, oh, you know, it looks a little empty. And so I have taken my Sharpie, my thicker nose Sharpie, and I'm just coloring in these little blocks. And so I'm going to take my time and color them in, allow the Sharpie ink to dry, and then once the Sharpie ink is dry, go over it with a white gel Uniball pen and put in some extra accents like I've already done here. This paper tape is thirsty. It drinks up your ink, so you may need to spend a little bit of time just maybe even going over some spots, but it is really worth it when you're all done. This one in the middle here, I've just taken some black ink which I think might have had a brown, sorry. I might have taken my brown dauber onto the black ink because this came out brown, which is fine. And I have a stencil here that I'm going to line up and then just again put down some markings with ink and a stencil. And I'm showing you all of this because it gives you an idea of all the different ways that you can mark up your strips. This is some lace ribbon and I'm going to put it down. To me this always looks a little bit like a giraffe pattern. You see that? I don't know why, that's what it looks like to me. So again, it's a bit of a subtle brown and I'm okay with that. Maybe I would have preferred something a little darker. That's okay too. Sometimes your design calls for something a little more subtle, right? Okay. And because it's so busy, you don't have to worry too much about how it connects, because it seems, although it's not, but it seems seamless. So there is quick. You have done 3 designs just with a stencil, some ink, a couple of markers. Let's get out this gel pen again. And that's dry, that's good. And I'm going to put in a couple of, just want to make sure, yeah. Put in a couple of little sort of almost, what you call these little stitch marks. Almost like a little quilt of stitch marks. And it adds a bit of color, adds a bit of interest to your tape. And here I really just did a little circle with a black dot inside and a squiggle in between. And the other thing that I've noticed with the tape and the gel pens is you have to work slowly. It tends to not grip the ink as quickly as regular paper does. So like that. And I think these little dots, as pretty as they are, need a little pizzazz. They need a little something. So I'm going to take my gold Uniball pen and give each of these little dots a bling of gold. And as you go down, you'll see how it just completely changes the design of your tape. And as I said before, you may need to go over again. This paper is very, very thirsty. It soaks up your ink like nobody's business. But it's a nice relaxing thing to do. Put on an audiobook, put on some music, and can you see, I wonder if the light will catch it a bit better. You'll see how there is now that gold dot in the middle. And then this guy here, I'm not too sure what to do with, and I'm going to leave him alone for now and come back to him and of course finish up the little quilt squares. Let's call them quilt squares. Okay, don't think I can work on my gold yet. For some reason it's taking forever to dry, but let's see if we can work a little bit on these other two. I have completed all the design work, all the line work and the dot work and the squiggly work on these 6 washi tapes, and I definitely have a favorite. This one. I should have said which one do you think is my favorite first, but definitely this one. It just worked somehow. So I have an idea book, and I think I'm going to take a little piece of this and stick it in my idea book so that I remember how I did it and I can repeat this pattern. So I'm not going to use any of these just yet. I don't have a plan for where I want to use them. I definitely am going to, just not yet. But they will be in this, used like this, in a journal page, somehow, somewhere. It will also be used on the various cards that I make, like I did with this one. And honestly, there are a million different places that you could possibly use it. So, okay, maybe not a million, but you know what I mean. So many designs, and it's uniquely yours, and you can repeat your patterns, of course. One of the ways that I store these is I leave it on the freezer paper, and I put it into a plastic folder, and I just leave it there. The other way is that you could roll them. So if I think this is dry enough, you could roll it like this, and maybe just put an elastic band around it and store it like this, maybe inside. I just thought maybe you could store it inside if I just do this small enough. You could store it inside a toilet paper roll, a tube, maybe write on here what the colors are of the washies that you have inside, and it's just a great storage idea, which honestly I just thought of now. So, and I don't think it'll warp your tape, because once you glue it down it'll be flat. So there we go, you guys. Thank you so much for dropping in, stopping by, visiting with me, and let's see if I can get this guy to lie flat. Just like that. Alright, he's not going to lie flat for us. But I had fun with it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.